muchas putas aquí en la calle. Me gusta ver putas. Okay. Now that I got your attention, let's start. Yeah, we're gonna speak on the obvious. Don't be on your fucking phone. Know where the fuck you're going. Don't wear your stupid jewelry. Don't wear your stupid $200+ sneakers, your fucking red bottoms, your Louis Vuitton Gucci bag. And always go where the people are. Always go where the crowd are. Always go where there's people in the streets. And know the local language. We're just gonna say the obvious. We're going to speak about the obvious. So none of you fuck boys out there comment and say you didn't talk about this, you didn't talk about that. Comment below if I miss anything. So here today, I'm going to show you my first video here. It's how not to get robbed, how not to get got when you're in another country. Number one, make sure you're paying attention. Notice everyone that walks around you, that's within your path, that's within your vicinity, because we're all animals. We're all on a hunt. Just like me, just like you, everybody trying to come up. So don't make yourself a target. Don't make yourself a lick. Basically, be aware of what's going on around you. If you don't know what's around you, how can you prepare what's about to happen? Make yourself a defense mechanism. How you going to prepare yourself? Make sure you pay attention. Notice everything around you. Number two, you want to dress like the local. Now, I know I'm here in South Africa, and for some strange reason, a lot of these African dudes, they like wearing sandals. I don't know why. Maybe I'm American. We don't do that where I'm from. We wear sandals basically if we're on the beach or the pool. But here, they wear sandals. I'm not going to be a motherfucker trying to rob me wearing sandals. You a fucking joke. I'm not going for that. But basically, what you want to do is, I'm not saying you got to look like a mark. I'm basically saying you got to dress like the local. These guys out here wearing sandals, maybe you should wear sandals. Nah, go ahead and wear your shoes. But I'm just saying, like, dress like the locals. Tip number three, know where you're going before you're going, wherever you're going. And never look confused about where you're going. Don't seem confused. Don't stand around confused. Basically, don't make yourself look like a target. Don't make yourself look like a tourist. You know what I mean? You basically want to know where you're going, when you're going, what time it is, what time you need to be there, who to call, which way is this way, which way is that way. Basically, be focused. Never be confused. That's tip number three. Know where you're going, where you're going, when you're going, what time, all of that. Tip number four, if you're going to a sketchy area for the first time, what I usually do is I bring a tour guide or I bring a local with me. This local could be your Uber driver, your partner, or basically a tour guide. So when you're in a sketchy area, you're not having the experience of the local if you're not doing what the locals do, going where the locals go. It's not an experience if you're always in a tourist area. Just personally speaking on myself, it's not fun, boring. You're around a whole bunch of other people that's not from there. They're tourists. I don't want to be around tourists. I like hanging around with the locals. If it's your first time hanging out, being with a local, go with a partner. Go with a tour guide. They know more than you do. They're from there. So obviously they have more information. They can teach you and you can learn where to go, where not to go, what type of people to be around, what type of people to avoid. And as far as like what businesses are good, as far as the restaurants, what businesses are bad. These tour guides have a wealth of information. Use them to the best of your ability. So yeah, basically if you're going to a sketchy area, first time, bring a tour guide. That's usually what I do. And then after they show me around for the first time, I usually feel more comfortable going back around there a second time, because at least I know where I'm at, where there's a local train station, taxi station, police station, bus station, the nearest mall, the gas station. You will basically know all of these things your first time around with a tour guide. So when you go back around, you won't look confused. You know where to go, when you're going, what time it is, where you're going, where is it. You would know all of that if you have your tour guide. Tip number 5. So this is usually what I do if I'm taking a taxi or Uber, and usually I would have conversations with them. These taxi rides, these Uber guys, they're a wealth of information. Every time I get into a taxi cab or Uber, I'm talking to them. I'm asking questions. I'm asking, hey, which areas are good? Which areas are dangerous? Where are all the good restaurants? Where are all the young people at? Where do the people like to party? Where do they like to be? Where are the main streets? And you know what I mean? All different type of information that you will want. You can easily get that from Uber or a boat driver, driver, taxi driver. Use these people because they know where everything is. Obviously, they drivers, they're in the streets, they drive around. Use them. Get their numbers. Usually get their WhatsApp. Text them. Man, I had cool-ass taxi drivers show me the best strip clubs, the best places where they host baddest chicks. I'm talking private places that they don't advertise. I'm talking houses full of women. I'm talking they share tons of information you probably wouldn't get anywhere, not even online. Use these to the best of your abilities. Please do. And it's a good to have these guys as backup in case in a case of an emergency. You can personally call your drivers to come pick you up. Don't be stingy. Tip them as well. You know what I mean? These guys could walk with you, could show you around. These taxi drivers, these Uber drivers, get their WhatsApp number. I mean, these guys could be cool. If they're really cool, you vibe with them in the car while you're on your way to your destinations, get their number, chat them up. I mean, I can't tell you how many times where I hung out with my Uber driver. I can't tell you how many times where, they showed me some places that I would have never had been able to go just by myself. So use these guys. I've ended up having dinner with these guys. We're getting wealth of information. We're going to strip clubs, going to hole-in-the-wall joints and bars and just meeting other people. I mean, but you got to do this with a local. Either you know a tour guide, or you can get your number of your Uber driver, your taxi driver. So that'll work too. Tip number 6. Maybe because I'm American, and us Americans, we love space. And so with that said, tip number 6 is never let anyone get close to you. And I mean this by in the streets. I'm talking about within arm's length, my G. Maybe it's the Chicago in me that would look at a motherfucker real hard. Like, man, what's good, fam? What's good? You good, bruh? You straight? You need something? Nah, you go first, my guy. I got too many ops around here. You not finna jelly my shit, bruh. I'm good. It just makes sense. I'm too street. I never let no one get too close to me. You let someone get too close to you, they're gonna pickpocket your ass. You know what I mean? Especially you women wearing purses. I can't tell you how many women I've been with and they got their shit pickpocketed from the purse, because your purse is on your side, it's not on your body. Somebody could easily pickpocket your shit. So how to avoid that? Never let nobody get too close to you. And actually know who's around you. I mean, if someone's following you, come on, pay attention. Know what the fuck is going on, bro. Never let nobody get too close to you. You don't want to get pickpocketed. I mean, these guys are super quick. I'm talking about a microsecond. They'll pickpocket your shit. You never know. Especially if you walking around here, you're out of the club, you're drunk, and you know what I mean? You're just fooling around, bro. You still need to be on your 10 toes down. Pay attention. Never let nobody get too close to you, okay? While you're in the streets, I'm telling you, you don't want your phone to be missing. I can't tell you how many times I have friends who phones were stolen in the club or the bar or just out and about, walking somewhere, not paying attention, have their money stolen, pickpocket, credit cards, iPhones, whatever, ID cards, passports. I mean, these things are valuable to these people. I mean, you're dealing with street people. So, I mean, street people, desperate people do desperate things. Never let yourself be taken advantage of. You know what I mean? So, yeah, don't let nobody get within arm's length within your boundaries. Don't let somebody get too close to your boundaries, okay? Tip number 7, never hang around too long. Never hang around too long. You will get your gringo ass noticed real fast. They know who you are. They know you're not from around here. Don't give them enough time to try to plot on you. While you out here being goofy, jerking around in the area you don't know, in the area you're not from, these street guys, they know you're not from there. Especially when you start speaking your English, okay? They know you're not from around here. So if you're going somewhere, you know it's if it's a sketchy area or just regular area, if you're in the streets, never hang around. If you're feeling confused, if you're feeling like you need some type of information, or you're lost, or you're confused, walk into a store, walk into a restaurant, walk into a cafe, Walk into a place of business where you can actually ask the clerk about what you need, what you're trying to do, where you're trying to get to. They will help you out gladly. Tip number 8, always look around who's looking at you. Watch who's watching you, basically. Because if you're not looking at these people, you're not looking at these people in the streets, if you're not looking at them in their face and in their eyes, you're not noticing them. Then if you can't notice these people, then you're not going to notice them when they try to plot on you, when they try to approach you, when they try to run up on you or run your pockets or up it on you. You never know. You got to know who's watching you. Watch who's watching you. Look at who's looking at you. That way you can at least let them know in their minds that, hey, I'm watching you. I don't know what you up to. I don't know, but I'm watching you. So at least you can prepare what's about to happen. Okay, here's a guy here on this corner. Here's a guy standing here by this business. Here's a guy standing, walking, looking. Pay attention who's paying attention to you, okay? Don't make yourself a target. If you don't know who's around you, how can you plan? How could you plot? How could you keep your defense? Tip number 9. All right, tip number 9, basically, sometimes, look, you gotta shut the fuck up, all right? Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up, all right? And I'm speaking on your language. I can't tell you how many times I've been to some places, some countries, and they speak the same language as me. English. Yeah, English, motherfucker. They speak English. But they can tell you when you speak English, it's different from their English. The accent is different. They can instantly tell you that you're not from there just based off your accent, just based off of how you speak, how you sound. A lot of these guys, they instantly can tell that I'm American. They instantly tell that, I'm from the United States. And I kindly joke with them, say, yeah, I'm from the United States. These guys, they know you're not from there. A lot of times to avoid being noticed, a lot of times to if you want to blend in, or if you're somewhere sketchy or you don't want to be noticed, sometimes it's okay to shut the fuck up, to not be talking. And you know what I mean? That's if you don't want to be noticed. And you really don't want to be talking anyway, especially if you're on your fucking phone. Never be on your fucking phone walking around and talking. Bruh, like, you're fucking goofy. Stop all that shit, bruh. Don't stop acting American. You Americans, you motherfuckers are easy targets. You just easy fucking targets, man. You fucking money pits. You know what I mean? Like, stop all that fucking walking around with your phone and talking on the phone and talking English and shit like that. Sometimes you need to shut the fuck up and get to where you're going and you know what I mean? And keep it fucking moving. Tip number 10, learn the local language. Learn the language, nigga. I'm telling you the truth. Learn how to say, hey, hello, where's the bathroom, how are you, goodbye, where's the nearest restaurants, where's the mall, learn how to speak the basic language of whatever country that you're going to. It's just common sense, especially if you're a solo traveler like myself, You want to get yourself out of a situation, you got to learn how to speak the language. If you don't know how to speak the language, how can you tell if someone could say they're going to fuck you up or they're going to rob you or they're going to beat your ass? You don't even know what the fuck they're going to say, and you're just like, you know what I mean, fucking confused. They're going to rob your ass? How the fuck do you know how to communicate with the fucking police? Learn the goddamn language. This is probably the most important thing on this tip on how to not get robbed. You really need to learn the language, because if something happened, you need to learn how to say, where's the train station? Where's the bus station? Talk to the police. Describe this guy. Describe this girl. Describe such and such and what happened in their language. You know what I mean? You can speak in Chinese. Learn Chinese, Japanese, Espanol. Learn Spanish. I mean, it's obvious. Don't make yourself a target, bro. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I got myself out of situations where I literally have to talk to the police in Spanish. I literally have to describe what happened. I literally have to order my food in Spanish. I literally been to places where they don't speak English. Obviously, they don't speak English. And I don't have my tour guide. I don't have my, my partner with me. You need to learn the local language. That's the most important thing. It's going to save your life. Trust me, it's going to save your life. So yeah, I know I didn't get to everything, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot more tips on how not to get robbed. If I didn't mention it, go ahead and write it down in the comments below. Go ahead and tell me what other tips that I didn't mention, type them in the comments below. Let us all know. So and then I can respond to them individually as well. So let me know. And these tips are just my tips, okay? So you can use them, but then you could use your own common sense as well. These are just my advice. A lot of it is just what I do. If I was in the situation, if I was in the streets, if I was traveling alone, this is the tips of a solo traveler. So this is a tip of a solo traveler. Use it, or let us know in a comment what I could improve, or what can other people do, or other tips that they can have. Tip number 11, because I love you motherfuckers so much, I'm gonna give you another tip. Tip number 11. Never tell strangers or anyone really when you are leaving or how long you're staying for. Just give them a random date, a random day. These people, they don't need to know you're going to leave on Friday. You're going to leave your hotel on Friday, or you know what I mean? They don't need to know that you're leaving on the 1st of January, or you know what I mean? They don't need to know all this type of information. People going to ask you, hey, where are you from? When are you leaving? How long are you going to be here? Where are you staying? And all these dumbass questions that don't even make sense. It's none of their fucking business. If to be polite, you can just say you're living anywhere. Just say anywhere in the fucking city. These people don't need to fucking know. I'll never let them get too close to you. As soon as you figure out who they are, you want to hang out with them and things like that, get their contact, get their Instagram, get their Facebook, because that's how I do. If I want to fuck with somebody, I'm going to hang out with somebody, I first get their WhatsApp. Then I might get their Instagram if they have it. Then I might get their Facebook if they have it. You know what I mean? Then we going to kick it. Then I might know where they work at, or what type of car they drive. I would need all type of information if I want to kick it with a motherfucker. That's just me personally. I kicked it with a lot of motherfuckers. I know what I'm doing. I'm a solo traveler. These are just my tips. You like it, you love it. Hey, type it in below. Hey, I don't like it. What you're saying is wrong, or this and that and that. Let me know below, okay? You got beef, you got smoke, let me know. So this is the first video. So yeah, I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel. More videos coming. Any more tips, type it in below. Any more video suggestions, let me know. I'm down to talk about whatever. Any tips, let me know. I'm down to talk about whatever. Any other videos, requests, or things you want me to talk about, I can talk about it. I've been to, so far, 5 countries, all solo. I'm an American black man, and I love traveling solo. So any other tips, let me know. Anything else you want me to talk about, let me know. Type it in. What's good? Appreciate y'all watching, enjoying the channel. You made it this far. Cheers to the good life. Make sure y'all add me on Instagram at jchris_Viajes. I see you there. Comment, like, subscribe, all that. You dig? Holla at your boy.